purpose of God or even to exterminate them from the land of the living.
Wọ́n jẹ́ ìjọ tó jẹ́ pé ó lágbára tó bẹ́ẹ̀ tó jẹ́ pé ó lè mú wọn kúrò nínú ètò Ọlọ́run tàbí kó tiẹ̀ pa wọn kó mú wọn kúrò lórí èdè ayé
We
gan.
said that except for God's intervention on their behalf, they would not have been what they eventually became by reason of the challenges and confrontations of life they went through.
A sọ wípé tí ìbá ṣe pé Ọlọ́run tó dá sí ètò ayé wọn, a sọ wípé gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tó jẹ́ wípé wọ́n dojúkọ yẹn wọn kò bá mú wọn kúrò nínú ètò Ọlọ́run.
And we try to establish the fact that
Asáfìdí rẹ̀ múlẹ̀ wípé
Satan did not fold his hand to see that things were easy and smooth for them.
Sátánì kò kankan ó gbéra kó wá máa rí wípé kí ìkó máa lọ déédéé fún wọn.
And we try to look at it right from the time the Lord created human beings.
A sì wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní wò láti ìgbà tí Ọlọ́run ti dá ènìyàn.
He also to destroy the people.
Ó gbé ìgbésẹ̀ láti pa ète náà run.
But as soon as he destroyed it,
Ṣùgbọ́n ní kété tó ti pa á run,
the Lord promised the Messiah.
Ọlọ́run wá ṣèlérí Mèsáyà.
And Satan was trying to fight tooth and nail to prevent the Messiah from coming because he knew the havoc it would do to his kingdom.
Sátánì sì wá sa gbogbo ipá rẹ̀ láti rí wípé Mèsáyà náà kò wáyé nítorí pé ó mọ ìjàmbá tí wíwá rẹ̀ tó ṣe fún ìjọba.
That was why when he saw a righteous man, he would fight as much as possible to contend against them so that the Messiah might not come through them.
Ìdí nìyẹn tó fi jẹ́ pé yóò sa gbogbo ipá rẹ̀ nígbà tí tó bá rí olódodo kan láti rí wípé òun bà ayé wọn jẹ́ kí Mèsáyà náà kó má bàa wá láti pàṣẹ wọn.
And we establish the fact that some of the challenges and confrontations many of us are going through may not be because we are slack. It will be the contention of Satan against us because he understands what the future holds for us.
A sì wá sọ wípé ọ̀pọ̀ nínú wa àwọn wàhálà àti ìdojúkọ tá à ń dojúkọ kì í kàn ṣe pé wọ́n kàn wá lásán ṣùgbọ́n gbogbo àwọn ètò àti ìpinnu Sátánì láti rí wípé ó ba ètò Ọlọ́run jẹ́ nínú ayé wa.
He said it was for the same reason that he instigated Cain and rose against the righteous Abel, because Satan thought was that the Messiah would come immediately as soon as the Lord made the pronouncement, and he thought he could only come through a righteous man among them, Abel.
A sì wá sọ pé ìdí kan náà olómọ kí Sátánì kó pé Kéènì dìde lòdì sí Ébẹ́lì tó jẹ́ olódodo nítorí pé òun rò wípé Ábẹ́lì tó jẹ́ olódodo ó ní Mèsáyà yóò ti pàṣẹ rẹ̀ wá.
And we said what though he succeeded at that also left him in the state of confusion. He did not know what to do again.
A sì wá sọ wípé bó ti lè jẹ́ wípé ó ṣe àṣeyọrí lórí ìgbésẹ̀ tó gbé yẹn, ìyẹn sì tó wá fi sínú ìpòrúurú ọkàn nítorí pé láti pàṣẹ yìí kò mọ ipasẹ̀ ẹni tí Mèsáyà yóò ti wá fún.
Until the Lord raised Abraham again.
Àbí ìgbà tí Ọlọ́run tó tún wá gbé Ábúráhámù dìde.
I think that was the summary of what we did last week.
Àwọn nǹkan tó jẹ́ wípé a sọ ní ọ̀sẹ̀ tó kọjá nìyẹn.
Let's quickly continue from there today by the grace of God.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí á tètè tẹ̀síwájú nínú rẹ̀ lónìí nípa
I
olùfẹ́
want to
Ọlọ́run.
start by saying,
Mo sì wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ nípa sísọ pé
no matter how close anyone may be to God,
kò sí bí èèyàn ṣe lè súnmọ́ Ọlọ́run tó.
we may not understand all about what we are going through and the reason why we may have to go through some of the things that are befalling us.
Ó ṣeé ṣe fún wa láti má lè ní òye àwọn nǹkan tí à ń là kọjá àti àwọn ìdí tó jẹ́ pé a fi ń la nǹkan náà kọjá.
But whatever way it comes,
Ọ̀nà ìwú tí ò bá àgbà wá.
whether we understand it or we do not,
Bóyá a ní òye rẹ̀ àbí a ní òye
let
rẹ̀.
us be careful of what our reaction will be at such
Ẹ
time,
jẹ́ kí á kíyèsára irú ìhùwàsí wa àti ìgbésẹ̀ wa.
so that we will not be found cooperating with Satan to contend against God's purpose for our
Wọ́n
lives.
má bàa jẹ́ wípé ṣe là á fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ pẹ̀lú Sátánì láti ṣe lòdì sí ètò Ọlọ́run fún ayé
And
wa.
this was true of Abraham himself.
Eléyìí ó sì tún wá ṣe pẹ̀kí pẹ̀lú
Abraham did not know why the darkness set in his life despite his consistent work with God.
Ábúráhámù kò mọ ìdí tó fi jẹ́ pé òkùnkùn tó fi wá wọnú ayé rẹ̀ ló ti lè jẹ́ pé ó ń bá Ọlọ́run rìn déédéé.
He was a man of God. He was a man of
Ó
God.
jẹ́ ènìyàn Ọlọ́run.
The Bible calls him a friend of the Most High.
Bíbélì pè ní ọ̀rẹ́ ọ̀gá ògo jùlọ.
But he did not know
Ṣùgbọ́n òun ò mọ̀.
why Eliezer, a mere servant in his house, will have children and he will not have one.
O ò mọ ìdí tó fi jẹ́ pé Èlíásà tó jẹ́ ẹrú lásán ní ilé rẹ̀ tí ó fi ní ọmọ tó wá jẹ́ pé òun tó ń jẹ́ ẹni tó ní ẹrú gan tó ń wá fi ní ọmọ.
Abraham had many slaves.
Ábúráhámù ní ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ẹrú.
He had children in his house.
Àwọn ẹrú náà wọ́n sì tún wá ní àwọn ọmọ tí wọ́n ní nílé rẹ̀.
Despite the fact that he walked with God,
Ṣùgbọ́n bí ó tilẹ̀ jẹ́ wípé òun bá Ọlọ́run rẹ̀.
Abraham did not have one.
Ábúráhámù kò ní ọmọ kankan.
Every person around him
Gbogbo ènìyàn tó yí i ká.
had their own children with ease.
Òun náà ni wọ́n bí ọmọ tiwọn pẹ̀lú ìrọ̀rùn.
But Abraham did not have a single one.
Ṣùgbọ́n Ábúráhámù kò tiẹ̀ ní ìkankan láyé.
Despite the great desire for him,
Pẹ̀lú gbogbo ìgbésẹ̀ rẹ̀ àti ìgbòǹgbẹ
the
rẹ̀.
life has so much preponderated his heart to the extent that each time he had conversation with God, it was one of the issues to raise before him.
Nǹkan náà ó gbọ́ ọkàn rẹ̀ kan tó bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹ kó fi jẹ́ pé ìgbàkúgbà tó bá fi lè gbọ́ Ọlọ́run pàdé ó jẹ́ àrà àwọn kókó gbòógì tó jẹ́ tó máa ń
But despite all of those,
Àṣàbí gbogbo ìyẹn.
all his meeting with Sarah did not give him a single child.
Gbogbo ìbáṣepọ̀ rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú Sárà kò tiẹ̀ fún ní ọmọ kankan.
To me,
Fún èmi o.
it was Satan thought Abraham was to give birth directly to the Messiah that was promised him.
Ṣé ni ó dàbí ẹni pé Sátánì ó rò wípé Ábúráhámù gangan ni ẹni náà tí yóò bí Mèsáyà tó jẹ́ pé a ti ṣèlérí fún un.
Because he was righteous in heart
Nítorí pé òun jẹ́ ẹni tí
and
wọ́n lọ
because of the promise made for him,
àti nítorí ìlérí ètí àti
Satan did his best
Sátánì ó ṣe gbogbo
to
ìta rẹ̀
ensure that he will not have a single birth, talkless of giving birth to the Messiah.
láti rí wípé òun ò tiẹ̀ bí ọmọ kankan débi pé yóò tiẹ̀ wá bí Mèsáyà.
That was his grand design.
Eléyìí gangan ni ètò
And
ti tiẹ̀.
he discovered that God did not allow him to kill Abraham as he killed Abel.
Ó sì wá rí wípé Ọlọ́run ò gbà láàyè láti gba Ádámù gẹ́gẹ́ bí ó ti ṣe fún
And
Ábẹ́lì.
how would a person who did not give birth to any child give birth to Messiah?
Báwo ni ẹni tó sì wá jẹ́ pé kò bí ọmọ kankan láyé tí ó wá bí Mèsáyà?
But could you imagine the same person
Ṣùgbọ́n ìyẹn wá wò kẹ́lẹ́ rò kẹ́lẹ́
who struggled hard for
ẹni
years
tó jẹ́ kí ó jíjà káàdì fún ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀
to
ọdún.
have a child through legitimate means,
Láti lè rí ọmọ bí láti pàṣẹ ìyàwó rẹ̀.
now sleeping with a servant girl in his
Tó
house?
wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní wá bá ẹrú ọmọbìnrin rẹ̀ sùn nínú
And
ilé rẹ̀.
he instantly had one.
Tó sì wá jẹ́ pé lójú ẹsẹ̀ ní ẹrúbìnrin yìí ló wá bí
Is
ọ.
it ordinary?
Ṣé ojú lásán wá níbí?
It didn't just happen by
Ó
accident
sì ṣàdédé ṣẹlẹ̀
or
bẹ́ẹ̀
by
ni.
coincidence.
Tàbí kó kàn jẹ́ pé
As
ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀.
far as I'm concerned, no.
Níwọ̀n bí ó ti kẹ èmi ò bẹ́ẹ̀
And I
kọ́.
have 3 reasons why I think it happened like
Mo
that.
sì wá rí ìdí mẹ́ta kó fi jẹ́ pé mo sọ pé òun rí bẹ́ẹ̀.
One.
Alákọ̀ọ́kọ́.
So that the Abraham might be divided. So that Abraham might be divided.
Kí a lè bá Ábúráhámù jẹ́ kó lè bá àwọn inú ẹ̀ṣẹ̀.
Satan wanted to divide him
Sátánì ó fẹ́ sọ ọ́ di aláìmọ́.
and would disqualify him from being a holy vessel to carry the great vessel of the Lord, the Messiah again.
Kó sì wá sọ ọ́ di aláìmọ́ tó jẹ́ pé kò ní lè jẹ́ ẹni mímọ́ tó jẹ́ pé Mèsáyà ó lè ti pàṣẹ rẹ̀
He
wá.
did not want the much expected Messiah to come through
Kò
him.
fẹ́ kí Mèsáyà tó ti pàṣẹ rẹ̀ wá.
So the aim was to divide Abraham and his lineage
Nítorí náà èròǹgbà rẹ̀ ó ní pé kò
so that the Messiah will not come.
Kí Mèsáyà náà kó má bàa wá.
But God allowed him to do it.
Fún Ọlọ́run gbà láàyè láti ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀.
Eventually,
Síbẹ̀ ní ìgbẹ̀yìn
he
bẹ́yìn.
undid what Satan thought he had done.
Nǹkan tí Sátánì rò pé òun ti ṣe Ọlọ́run bà á jẹ́.
And he had victory at the end.
Ó sì tún wá ní ìṣẹ́gun ní
Let
ìgbẹ̀yìn.
me say this before I go
Ẹ jẹ́
home.
kí n sọ ilé ìkí tó tẹ̀síwájú.
One of the truths we need to know as a lesson in this Christmas is this.
Ara àwọn òtítọ́ tí a nílò láti mọ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ̀kọ́ ní àsìkò kéré.
God is able to undo
Ọlọ́run ṣetán láti ṣe.
whatever Satan has done in our lives.
Ọlọ́run ní agbára láti tún àwọn nǹkan tí Sátánì kì í
If
ṣe láti
only
tó bá jẹ́ wípé
we are ready to give back our consecration and attention to
tí
Him.
a bá ṣetán láti fi yè sí ìpadà kí àsìkò ìjà ara wa sí mímọ́.
He succeeded in dividing
Wọ́n
Abraham,
ṣàṣeyọrí láti sọ Ábúráhámù di
but
aláìmọ́.
the Lord thwarted what he did
Ṣùgbọ́n Ọlọ́run yí nǹkan tó ṣe padà.
because Abraham returned to God.
Nítorí pé Ábúráhámù padà lọ sọ́dọ̀
And the
Ọlọ́run.
second reason why it had to be like that,
Ìdí tó sì fi jẹ́ pé ó nílò láti níbẹ̀ yìí.
Satan was sure
Ọ̀dá Sátánì lójú.
that the Messiah will not come through a bastard means.
Wípé Mèsáyà kò ní jẹ́ ọmọ àlè.
He knew
èyí tó fi wá jẹ́ pé yóò wá jìjàkadì láti rí wípé Ábúráhámù ajá ìkọ́ni ó wá bí ọmọ.
Since he knew
nígbà tí ó ti mọ̀.
he could not be destructive to his kingdom.
wípé nǹkan tí ajá ìfẹ́ bí yìí kò lè pa ìjọba òun
And
lára.
who will waste his energy
lábẹ́ni náà tó wàá fẹ́ okun
to
rẹ̀ sọ.
contend against somebody
láti wá bẹ́ẹ̀ nìkan jà.
that he knows
ẹni tó jẹ́ pé òun mọ̀.
will align himself with him to fulfill his own design purpose?
wípé yóò fọwọ́pọ̀ pẹ̀lú òun láti mú ètò àti èròǹgbò òun
Who
ṣẹ.
will waste his own time doing that?
Tàbílẹ̀ ẹni náà tó mọ̀ fi àsìkò tiẹ̀ ṣòfò.
That was why Satan did not waste his time against Agar.
ìdí nìyẹn tó fi jẹ́ pé Sátánì ò mọ̀ fàsìkò rẹ̀ ṣòfò lórí
He
Ágárì.
knew what will come out of Agar.
ó mọ̀ nǹkan tí yóò ti pàṣẹ Ágárì wá.
It was an alliance to promote his own kingdom.
ó jẹ́ ìfọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ láti mú kí ìjọba ti tiẹ̀ ló pè
That's
sí.
why we did not have a child.
èsè tí Ágárì fún wa ní ọmọ.
Why should she not have one?
èsè tí Ágárì tí òfin wa ní ọmọ.
Yes, he allowed her to have one freely.
òun sì wá gbà láàyè láti gbé ọmọ títí ẹ̀
And
nínú
the
ọmọ.
third thing as it appears to me,
kókó kẹta bí ó sì farahàn fún èyí.
Satan would think that
Sátánì yóò rò wípé
the birth of a child through Hagar
wípé ìbí tá a bá bí ọmọ látọ̀dọ̀ Ágárì.
might make Abraham to forget the unending desire to have a child through Sarah.
ó lè mú kí Ábúráhámù kó tiẹ̀ wá gbàgbé pé òun tiẹ̀ ní ìfẹ́ kan láti bí ọmọ kan láti pàṣẹ Sárà.
If he did not have a child through Sarah,
tí ò bá sì bá bí ọmọ láti pàṣẹ Sárà.
how would the Messiah come to him?
báwo wá ni Mèsáyà ó ṣe ti pàṣẹ tiẹ̀ wá.
So Abraham had a child whatever way through Hagar.
nítorí náà Ábúráhámù wá bí ọmọ láti pàṣẹ Ágárì.
And it was so programmed that it was even a child, a son.
ó tiẹ̀ wá ṣètò rẹ̀ débi wípé kó tó wá jẹ́ ọmọkùnrin.
Abraham had it with ease,
Ábúráhámù ó ní pẹ̀lú ìrọ̀rùn.
but not anyone with Sarah.
má kì í ṣe láti ọ̀dọ̀ Sárà.
The legitimate one through whom the Messiah might come.
ẹni tó jẹ́ pé yóò jẹ́ ẹni tó jẹ́ tó jẹ́ ẹni tí Mèsáyà ti pàṣẹ rẹ̀
Let
wá.
me say this again.
ẹ jẹ́ kí n tún sọ eléyìí.
Let all of us be careful
ẹ jẹ́ kí gbogbo wọn kíyè
of
sára.
the way and manner we handle our lives
àwọn ọ̀nà tá a gbà gbé ayé wa.
and the things that come our way.
àti àwọn nǹkan tó jẹ́ kó wá sí ọ̀nà wa.
Because if one is not careful,
nítorí pé téèyàn bá kíyè sára.
he will only be destroying his own future
ṣe ni yóò mọ bá ọjọ́ iwájú ara títí ẹ̀
and
jẹ́.
not building it
tí ò sì ní wá máa kọ́ ọ.
with what he thinks are present gains after which he is running.
nípa àwọn nǹkan tó jẹ́ wípé ó jẹ́ òun rò wípé ó jẹ́ èrè òun tó jẹ́ pé òun lépa nísinsìnyí.
Some of the things we think are present gains now
ara àwọn nǹkan tá a bá rò wípé ó jẹ́ èrè wa nísinsìnyí.
may be ruin God's purpose for our
ó
lives.
ṣeé ṣe kó jẹ́ wípé ṣe ni wọ́n ń pa ètò Ọlọ́run fún
Let me
ayé wa.
say it again.
ẹ jẹ́ kí n tún sọ.
We have to watch it.
a nílò láti kíyèsí.
We have to be
a
careful
nílò láti kíyèsára bí.
every time, every hour.
ní gbogbo ìgbà tí ní gbogbo
When we
àsìkò.
come in contact with confrontations and challenges of life,
nígbà tí a bá ní ìdojúkọ àti ìpèníjà.
how we handle
bí
them.
a ṣe ń ṣe sí wọn.
Because if you only run after the present gains,
tó bá jẹ́ pé èrè sísìn nìkan ló ń sá.
if what concerns us are what we could derive as advantages for now,
nǹkan tó kàn wá ní àwọn kan tó jẹ́ pé ó jẹ́ èrè tá a lè rí.
and you think you can do
ó
anything,
sì ròyìn pé ó lè ṣe okòó.
if only it will bring gains for
ó
now,
ní pé nísinsìnyí ni yóò mú èrè wá
if
fún
you
ọ.
are not careful,
ọba kíyèsára.
you are cooperating with the devil
ṣé ni ó fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀
to
pẹ̀lú Sátánì
win the glorious and great future God has for you.
láti gba ètò rere àti ọjọ́ iwájú rere tí Ọlọ́run ní
For
fún
example,
àpẹẹrẹ.
if a man is looking for a child,
tí ènìyàn kan bá wà tó ń wá ọmọ.
you waited on God.
wá dúró di
You
Ọlọ́run.
have prayed and prayed
ó ti
again.
gbàdúrà ó sì tún ti
It appears as if the Lord is not doing
ó
it.
bá dàgbẹ́ nípa Ọlọ́run tiẹ̀ bá ṣe.
Somebody now promised you a child in an ungodly way.
ẹnìkan wá ṣèlérí ọmọ fún ọ ní ọ̀nà tí
And you say, what I need is a child by all
tó o bá
means.
sọ wípé kí n ṣàtìpín
I
lọ́dẹ̀ ní o.
don't mind the way it comes.
ọ̀sán ní ọ̀nà tí ọmọ yẹn gbà wá.
You might be ruining your future.
ó ṣeé ṣe kó o máa bọ ọmọ
Although you
wáyé.
may have that child in an ungodly means.
nítòótọ́ o lè rí ọmọ yẹn.
Yes, in an ungodly
ní
means.
ọ̀nà tí ìṣe ti ti Ọlọ́run.
We can get some of the things we desire in ungodly ways.
a lè rí àwọn nǹkan tó jẹ́ pé àpò òpẹ́ fún ní àwọn ọ̀nà tí ìṣe ti
Looking for
Ọlọ́run.
admission,
Tàbí wà admission.
looking profitable to us.
Báwa dàbí ẹni wípé wọ́n mú ìrọ̀lọ́ fún wa.
If we are not careful,
Tí a ò bá kíyèsí
we
ara.
will use the present gain
A wá gba àwọn èrè
to
sísìn.
destroy the greater fortune,
Láti gba àwọn ètò ọjọ́ iwájú.
the more glorious fortunes
Àwọn ògo tó jẹ́ pé ó wà ní ọjọ́
the
iwájú.
Lord has designed for us in the future.
Tí Ọlọ́run ti pèsè rẹ̀ sílẹ̀ fún wa ní ọjọ́ iwájú.
People of God,
Ènìyàn Ọlọ́run.
it is not every current gain
Kìí ṣe gbogbo àwọn èrè ìsinsìnyí.
that is good for
Ètò
you.
jẹ́ pé ó dára fún ọ.
Some are satanic designs
Àwọn kan wà tó jẹ́ pé nípa ètò Sátánì ni.
to win the greater gains ordained for us in the future.
Láti lè gba èrè tí ó lógo tí ó sì dára tí Ọlọ́run ní fún afọ́jọ́
I
iwájú jẹ́.
appeal to you, people of
Mo sì
God.
wá rọ̀ yín ẹ̀yin ènìyàn Ọlọ́run.
Do not be deceived to accomplish anything, even things good,
Ẹ má ṣe jẹ́ kí á tòyí láti ṣe ohunkóhun tàbí ohunkóhun tó tiẹ̀ tó dára ní
in ungodly means.
ní àwọn ọ̀nà tí kìí ṣe ti Ọlọ́run.
Because effort to achieve it in that way
Nítorí pé gbogbo ìgbésẹ̀ láti ṣe ní ọ̀nà bẹ́ẹ̀.
destroying the greater things God has for you in the future.
Ó lè máa pa àwọn nǹkan tí Ọlọ́run ní fún afọ́jọ́
That was
iwájú.
how it was for
Bí
Abraham.
ṣe rí nìyẹn fún
You
Ábúráhámù.
understand very well.
Ẹ̀yin òye rẹ̀ dáradára.
He needed a
Ó
child.
nílò ọmọ.
He was desirous of having
Ó
one.
ní ọkàn, ó sì ní ìpògbé láti
He had waited on God for years.
dúró fún pẹ̀lú
The
Ọlọ́run.
trouble was too much.
Wàhálà yóò ti wá.
It appeared as if nothing was forthcoming.
Ó wá dàbí ẹni pé ìkẹ́kọ̀ọ́ kò tiẹ̀
You
ní wá.
know the story.
Ẹ mọ ìtàn náà.
You know it very
Ẹ
well.
mọ̀ dáradára.
Eventually, there was one that would produce what he wanted.
Nígbà ní ìgbẹ̀yìngbẹ̀yìn kan wà tó jẹ́ pé yóò wá mú nǹkan tó mú
And
jáde.
Abraham aligned with it.
Ábúráhámù ó sì wá gbà bẹ́ẹ̀.
And look at what God said.
Ẹ sì wá mú nǹkan tí Ọlọ́run
The
sọ.
hand of this child,
Wípé ọwọ́ ọmọ
the
yìí,
hand of this child,
ọwọ́ ọmọ yìí o,
will forever be against his brethren.
yóò máa ṣe lòdì sí àwọn ará rẹ̀ ní títí
I
láì.
don't want to say more than that.
Ìfẹ́ sọ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ.
Even till today, 17th of December,
Kódà títí tó fi di ọjọ́ òní,
2023,
ọjọ́ kẹtàdínlógún,
the
oṣù
reality
kejìlá.
is still there.
Nǹkan náà ó sì tún ṣe títí
I don't want to go into that.
Ìfẹ́ lọ sínú yẹn.
People of God,
Ẹ̀yin ènìyàn Ọlọ́run.
God align with the devil
Fífọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ pẹ̀lú Èṣù
to bring about the current gain
láti mú èrè ìsinsìnyí wá.
may make anyone divide himself
Ó lè sọ èèyàn di aláìmọ́.
and will no longer be able to fulfill the great fortune God has ordained for him in the
Kò
future.
sì ní lè mú ètò rere tí Ọlọ́run ti ṣètò fún ọjọ́ iwájú rẹ̀
And
wá sí
this
ìmúṣẹ.
great fortune
Àti ètò rere yìí,
is only waiting for a time in the future
wọ́n sì wá dúró di àsìkò kan ní ọjọ́
to
iwájú
come
ní
to pass in a greater and brighter way
láti lè wá sí ìmúṣẹ ní ọ̀nà tí ó tóbi
that
jù sí
the whole
lágbára.
world will cherish and bow for.
Ètò jẹ́ pé inú gbogbo ènìyàn yóò dùn sí tí wọ́n sì forí balẹ̀
And
fún.
may therefore be doing half than good
A lè máa ṣe rere búburú ju rere lọ.
when we choose to pursue our interest in carnal way.
Nígbà tí a bá ṣetán láti tẹ̀lé tàbí sátọ̀lẹ̀
Because
ìgbà wa.
we think our experiences are too tough, too unbearable.
Tàbí nígbà tí a bá rò wípé gbogbo àwọn ìlàkọjá wa wọ́n jẹ́ ètò lágbára jù tàbí ètò jẹ́ pé kò tiẹ̀ ṣe é faradà.
And we therefore choose human
Tá a
device
bá wá gbìyànjú láti yan ọ̀nà àwọn
or
ènìyàn
satanic ways
tàbí ọ̀nà ti Sátánì
to get out of there.
láti lè kúrò nínú wọn.
People of God,
Ẹ̀yin ènìyàn Ọlọ́run.
some of our current confrontations
Ara àwọn ìdojúkọ tá a ní nísinsìnyí.
may not be expression of our failures or negligence,
Ó lè má jẹ́ nítorí àwọn ìkùnà wa.
whether in the past or in the present,
Bóyá ní ìgbà ìṣáájú tàbí nísinsìnyí.
but can only be an attempt of the devil
Ṣùgbọ́n ó ṣeé ṣe kó jẹ́ ìgbésẹ̀ Sátánì
to vigorously contend against
láti
us
lè jìjàkadì takuntakun pẹ̀lú wa.
because of the future he knows awaited
Nítorí
us.
ọjọ́ iwájú tó ń mọ̀ wípé ó ń dúró dè wá.
Look at how it went with
Ẹ
Abraham.
wo bí ó ṣe lọ fún Ábúráhámù.
Why did he not have any child?
Èé ṣe tí òun fi ní ọmọ kankan.
Did he divide himself while he was young?
Ìjà òun sọ ara rẹ̀ di aláìmọ̀ nígbà tó wà ní ọ̀dọ́ bí.
Probably
Ó
no.
ṣeé ṣe kó mọ̀ rí bẹ́ẹ̀.
Did Sarah divide himself?
Ìjẹ́ Sárà ó sọ ara rẹ̀ di aláìmọ̀
No.
bí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́.
Was any fault in any of them when they were young?
Ìjẹ́ wọ́n ṣàṣẹ kankan nígbà tó
No.
wà ní ọ̀dọ́ bí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́.
Why did they have to go through such a dark experience of
Èé
life?
ṣe tí wọ́n wá nílò láti la gbogbo làásì
It was an attempt of the devil.
Ó jẹ́ nítorí wàhálà Sátánì.
Vigorously contend against them.
Ìgbésẹ̀ Sátánì láti ló ń bá wọn jìyà.
Because of the glorious future that awaited them.
Nítorí ọjọ́ iwájú rere tó jẹ́ wípé ó
And I am saying, people of God,
wá ń sọ báyìí ẹ̀yin ènìyàn
the
náà.
reason why many of us are what we are now,
Ìdí tí ọ̀pọ̀ nínú wa fi jẹ́ ẹ̀jẹ̀ tí a jẹ́ nísìnyí.
it appears darkness has overwhelmed
Ṣèjọba
us.
àtẹ̀lé wípé òkùnkùn ti borí wa.
It appears nothing is working for us.
Àtẹ̀lé pé kò tiẹ̀ lọ dé
It
nípa.
appears what everybody got in 2023.
Wọ́n dàbí ẹni pé gbogbo nǹkan tó lókàlùkù ní pẹ̀lú
You are accepted for me.
Ṣèjọba ní pé àkànyọ orúkọ
It appears as if your fortune did not progress at all through the years. You may not bother yourself so much. It may not be because of the mistake you made in the past. It may not be because you are slack in the present. It will only be the attempt of the devil to contend vigorously against you, because he knows that a great future awaits you. Therefore, wait. And while you are waiting, be careful of the disposition you put on. People of God, if Abraham had known that what he did through Abraham was a contention against God, or a contention against the design of God for his life, and that it was masterminded by the devil, throughout the plan for the birth of the Messiah. Do you think he would have done it? My answer is no. He did not know. If he had known, he would not have gone to that extent. If Abraham had known that the reason why everybody around him had a child, but he did not have one, was because God had designed that the Messiah would be born through him. And the devil did not want that. Would he not have completely relaxed and handed over everything to God completely? And now that we are knowing, should we not relax as well? Should we not rest in God and be sure that he that is contending against our future cannot win the battle? As long as we keep on aligning ourselves with God's will and purpose. I say it again. All of us need to know that he that is contending against our lives, the one that is racing serious battle against us, cannot win the battle if only we remain in the center of God's will and purpose for our lives. If that is the case, should we not relax? Should we not give rest to our heart? Should we not throw away our troubles? Do we not know yet that Satan will ever contend with a destiny that is ordained of and by God? As a result, we need to brace up and hold more firmly to God rather than being discouraged and tired as we do today because of the negative experiences of life. I say it again. We all need to know that Satan will ever contend with a destiny ordained by God. A current negative experiences of life,
Nítorí gbogbo àwọn ìdàkọjá tàbí
the right approach is
ọ̀nà
this.
tó dára jù ó nìyí.
Let us brace
Kí
up
àdúrà wa sókè.
and hold firmly to the hand of
Láti
God.
ìgbà tí ọwọ́ Ọlọ́run mú sísìn.
Tells us
Ẹni tó sọ fún wa.
that it will always be easy,
Wípé yóò máa rọrùn.
or it will ever be easy
Tàbí pé yóò máa rọrùn.
and smooth for
Fún
us,
àní tí ó
because the Lord has interest in
fún
us.
wa nítorí pé Ọlọ́run ní ìfẹ́ sí wa.
Whoever tells us that might not be telling us the whole truth.
Ẹni tó wá jẹ́ kó sọ orú rẹ̀ fún wa, àjẹ́ pé kò sòótọ́ fún wa.
Who says
Ẹni tó sọ wípé
we will be spared from attacks and attempts of Satan
wípé gbogbo ìgbésẹ̀ Sátánì á bọ̀ nínú rẹ̀.
because we are in the line of the Messiah.
Nítorí pé a wà nínú ọ̀nà Mèsáyà.
Such a person may only be deceiving us.
Ẹ̀sìn náà ó kàn lè máa tàn wá jẹ.
Who tells us
Ẹ̀sìn náà tó sọ fún wa.
that the current difficulties and hardship
Wípé gbogbo àwọn ìdojúkọ wà tí
we
ìdàkọjá
are
wà sí.
going through
Ìdojúkọ à ń là kọjá
are
nísinsìnyí.
indication that God does not have interest in us.
Wípé ó jẹ́ ìfarahàn wípé Ọlọ́run ò tiẹ̀ nífẹ̀ẹ́ sí wa.
That God does not care for
Wípé
us.
Ọlọ́run ò tiẹ̀ bójútó wa.
That God has abandoned
Wípé
us.
Ọlọ́run ti pa wá sí.
Such a person is delivering satanic message, not the message of God.
Ṣèjẹ́ ẹni náà ó ń sọ ọ̀rọ̀ tí Sátánì kìí ṣe tó ti ọ̀dọ̀ Ọlọ́run wá.
And the reason is simple.
Yìí ó sì jẹ́ ìjọba.
Very many of the negative things that came upon Abraham came upon him because the devil was only trying to fight back.
Ṣé gbogbo àwọn wàhálà tó ṣubú tẹ Ábúráhámù wípé ó ṣubú tẹ nítorí pé Sátánì ó kàn gbìyànjú láti bá a jà ni?
Were there indication that God had forgotten and forsaken him?
Yóò túmọ̀ sí pé Ọlọ́run ti gbàgbé rẹ̀ tàbí pé Ọlọ́run ti pa á.
Why do we think in that way?
Èsì tí àwa fi ń ronú ní ọ̀nà bẹ́ẹ̀.
There's a satanic thought dropped in our heart.
Ó jẹ́ èrò tí Sátánì
And
ètò
if that is
ìgbésí wa.
the case,
Ó ní sí bó ṣe rí
The
nìyẹn.
right approach is to throw it away.
Ọ̀nà tí ó dára jù ní pé ká jù ú.
Let it be said
Ẹ̀yẹ́
again.
ká tún sọ ọ́ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí.
Our seems to be negative experiences of
Wípé
life
gbogbo àwọn ìdojúkọ tó dẹ̀ nípa rí nínú
may
ayé.
not be more than the fact that
Wọ́n ti wípé
the devil has seen and known what God has ordained for your future.
wípé Sátánì ó ti mọ ètò Ọlọ́run fún ọjọ́ iwájú wa.
He has seen and known how bright and glorious they will be.
Ó ti rí, ó sì ti mọ̀ bí ọjọ́ iwájú wa bí ó ṣe lógo tó.
He knows and he understands what God will do and reveal through you in time to
Ó
come.
mọ̀, ó sì ní òye nǹkan tí Ọlọ́run tí ó ṣe nípasẹ̀ rẹ̀ tàbí tí Ọlọ́run tó fi hàn ní
And he's only trying to fight back
sì wá gbìyànjú láti jìjà
to ensure that you will not witness it.
láti rí wípé ojú rẹ̀ ò rí nǹkan náà.
That those things will not come to reality.
Tí àwọn nǹkan náà wọ́n ní wá sí ìmúṣẹ.
That may be the reason for the passive delay.
Ó ṣeé ṣe kó jẹ́ pé àwọn ìdí nìyẹn tí
Everybody is having it, you are not having it.
gbogbo àwọn èèyàn náà ní ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n
How was it for Abraham?
báwo ló ṣe rí fún Ábúráhámù?
Everybody had
Ọmọ
children.
èèyàn ló ní ọmọ.
His son was delayed.
Wọ́n ti tiẹ̀
Why?
kìí ṣe
The devil was fighting.
ṣe kí Sátánì gbá àjà.
And it was as if God could not fight back.
Ó sì wá dàbí ní pé Ọlọ́run kò tiẹ̀ lè jà
God
fún un.
allowed him to do his work.
Ṣùgbọ́n Ọlọ́run gba Sátánì láàyè láti
God
ṣiṣẹ́
rose
lóṣẹ̀.
up to fight for him.
Kí òun tó dìde láti jà
The
fún un.
reason why it appears our lives are full of unwanted
Ìdí
experiences
tó fi dàbí ní pé ayé wa kún fún àwọn nǹkan tó jẹ́ pé
may
àbí
only be because the devil is fighting
ó
back.
ṣeé ṣe kó jẹ́ pé nítorí pé Sátánì ó dí
Just as it was for Abraham,
gẹ́gẹ́ bí ó ti rí fún
he
Ábúráhámù.
himself did not like the experience he was going through.
Pẹ̀lú kò fẹ́ràn ilé ìrírí
He
tó
was ever beaten and bitter,
ṣe ní ọkàn rẹ̀ kún fún
and he was always
ó
complaining.
sì máa ń ṣàwárí
An
lọ́pọ̀ ìgbà.
indication that he did not like it as
Èyí tó
well.
túmọ̀ sí pé òun pẹ̀lú inú rẹ̀ ò lọ
But
sí.
all was an attempt by the devil
Ṣùgbọ́n gbogbo rẹ̀ ó jẹ́ ìgbésẹ̀ látọ̀dọ̀
because
Sátánì.
he knew what the future hold ahead for this man.
Nítorí pé ó mọ̀ nǹkan tí ó ń bọ̀ wá.
Why must we have to go through all of
Èyí
those?
ṣe tó fi nílò láti la gbogbo nǹkan yẹn
It
kọjá.
could be because kings and rulers have been ordained to come through
Ó
us.
ṣeé ṣe kó jẹ́ wípé nítorí pé àwọn ọba àti àwọn ẹni ńlá olófẹ́ ti
Just like it was for Abraham.
gẹ́gẹ́ bí ó ti rí fún
The
Ábúráhámù.
Lord told him in Genesis 17 verse 16,
Ọlọ́run sọ fún nínú ìwé Genesis orí kẹta
kings and rulers will come through you.
Wípé àwọn ọba àti àwọn olórí orílẹ̀-èdè
And the
náà
same
wà
person.
ẹni yìí kan náà
Because the devil had him.
nítorí pé Sátánì gbọ́
Fought
ó sì
vigorously.
wá gbàjà gidigidi nítorí rẹ̀
Oh God.
ẹ̀yin ènìyàn Ọlọ́run.
Therefore,
Nítorí náà
I appeal to
mo
you.
wá rọ̀ yín.
Handle whatever comes.
Ohun tó bá tẹ̀lé tó bá wá ẹ̀fọ́ wá
Whatever comes your way.
ohun tí ó bá wá
Handle it I plead with you.
kíyèsára pẹ̀lú ọwọ́ tẹ́ fi mú.
Handle it with care.
kíyèsára pẹ̀lú ọwọ́ tẹ́ fi mú.
And handle it with the heart of God.
Wípé kí ẹ̀sìn lu ọkàn Ọlọ́run láti ṣe
No
pẹ̀lú.
matter how tough and unbearable they appear to be now.
Kò sí bí nǹkan náà bí ó ṣe lágbára tó sì burú tó nísinsìnyí.
Knowing fully that
Bí ẹ bá mọ̀ ní tòótọ́.
God sees you.
Wípé Ọlọ́run rí yín.
And he will bring out his design for you at the end.
Yóò sì mú ètò tiẹ̀ jáde fún ọ ní ìgbẹ̀yìngbẹ̀yìn.
Despite the current seems to be negative experience.
Bí ó tilẹ̀ jẹ́ pé àwọn ìrírí ìsinsìnyí wọ́n jẹ́ èyí tó lòdì.
As long as you remain with him unwavering.
Níwọ̀n ìgbà tó bá jẹ́ pé o sì dúró pẹ̀lú rẹ̀ láì ṣiyèméjì.
God sees all things.
Ọlọ́run rí ohun gbogbo.
It is tough.
Ó jẹ́ ẹ̀jẹ̀ tí ó le.
It is unbearable.
Ó jẹ́ ẹ̀jẹ̀ tí ò ṣe é fara.
It appears as if you are tired and
Ó
weak.
dàbí ẹni kó tiẹ̀ ti rí ọ̀gá tó sì tún
God
wọ̀.
sees them all.
Ọlọ́run rí gbogbo rẹ̀ pátápátá.
And as a result of
Àti
that,
nítorí ìyẹn pẹ̀lú.
handle it with
O
care.
nílò láti kíyèsára ọwọ́ tó fi mú.
Handle it with the guidance of the Spirit of
O
God.
nílò láti tẹ̀lé ìdarí ẹ̀mí Ọlọ́run.
Handle it with
O
ease.
nílò láti farabalẹ̀.
Because
Nítorí wípé
the situations will not last.
nítorí tí àwọn ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ náà ò ní wà pé
If
títí.
only we remain with God unwavering.
Níwọ̀n ìgbà tí àwọn bá dúró pẹ̀lú Ọlọ́run láì ṣègbè.
Following the intervention of the Most High in the case of
Bí a
Abraham.
ṣe ń tẹ̀lé ìdásí Ọlọ́run nínú ọ̀rọ̀
I
Ábúráhámù.
mean when God eventually had intervened in the case of
Ìgbà
Abraham,
tí Ọlọ́run wá dá sí ọ̀rọ̀ Ábúráhámù.
he had a child through
Ó
Sarah,
wá ní ọmọ láti pàṣẹ Sárà.
upon whom the promise was through whom the promise will come to fulfillment.
Nípasẹ̀ ẹni tó jẹ́ pé ìlérí náà yóò wá sí ìmúṣẹ.
Satan attempted the same approach on Isaac.
Sátánì ó tún gbé irú ìgbésẹ̀ kan náà sí Ísákì.
Now that Abraham had a child
Nísinsìnyí tí Ábúráhámù tó ti wá ní ọmọ.
and the child was not the Messiah,
Tó sì wá jẹ́ pé ọmọ náà kì í ṣe
he
Mèsáyà.
thought probably the grandchild
Òun rò wípé bóyá ọmọ rẹ̀
would
ní.
be the Messiah.
Òun náà ni yóò wá jẹ́ Mèsáyà.
And for 20 good
Fún
years
odidi ogún ọdún.
after the marriage,
Lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí wọ́n ti ṣègbéyàwó
there
tán.
was not a single birth in the
Kò
family.
sí ti ń jẹ́ ọmọ bíbí nínú ìdílé Ísákì.
He did not have a
Kò
child.
ní ọmọ rárá.
And how will such a person give birth to the Messiah?
Báwo wá ni ẹni náà yóò sì wá bí Mèsáyà?
How would it be?
Báwo ni ó ṣe rí bẹ́ẹ̀?
The objective remained the same.
Ète rẹ̀ ó jẹ́ ẹ̀kan náà.
Contention against the plan and purpose of God.
Ìdàkadì lòdì sí ète àti ètò Ọlọ́run.
Send the Messiah.
Láti rí wípé a ò ní Mèsáyà
And
náà.
I remind you again,
Mo sì tún wá tó ràn yín létí lẹ̀.
Satan will always contend against those who are in the future program of God.
Sátánì yóò mọ ìdàkadì pẹ̀lú àwọn tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n wà nínú ètò Ọlọ́run fún ọjọ́ iwájú.
He will vigorously do this
Yóò wá ṣe eléyìí takuntakun.
in order to discourage
Láti
them,
rí pé òun mú kí wọ́n rẹ̀wẹ̀sì.
to tempt them to fall,
Láti mú wọn ṣubú.
to bastardize their lives,
Láti rí pé òun bà ayé wọn jẹ́.
so that they will not be what God has ordained them to be.
Kí wọ́n bá di nǹkan tí Ọlọ́run ti pinnu láti jẹ́ kí wọ́n jẹ́ lọ́jọ́ iwájú.
This may be the reason
Ó lè jẹ́ ìdí nìyí.
why some of us are going through current experiences
Tóbi jẹ́ kí àwọn mìíràn nínú wa wọ́n ń la ìrírí
that
ìsinsìnyí kọjá.
seem to be negative one.
Èyí tó dàbí èyí tó jẹ́ kó lòdì tí ò sì dára.
So when that of Isaac came upon him,
Nígbà tí Ísákì náà tó wá ṣubú
he
tẹ̀lé.
cried to
Òun
God,
pẹ̀lú wá képe Ọlọ́run.
and the forces hindering the path
Àti àwọn agbára tó sì dí
were
iṣẹ́ náà lọ́wọ́.
dismantled by the Most High.
Òun náà ni Ọlọ́run wá túká.
Satanic oppression over his life
Gbogbo àwọn iṣẹ́ Sátánì lórí ayé.
was shattered
Òun
completely.
náà ni afọ́tútù.
That is confirmed in Genesis chapter 25.
Àti ètò ìmúlẹ̀ nínú ìwé Jẹ́nẹ́sì orí kẹẹ̀dọ́gbọ̀n ẹsẹ̀ kọkànlélógún.
I tell you people of
Ó sọ
God,
fún yín ẹ̀yin ènìyàn Ọlọ́run.
this is the right approach
Eléyìí ní ọ̀nà tó dára jù.
Christians should adopt in their dark periods of life.
Èyí tó jẹ́ pé àwọn Kìrìsìtẹ́nì wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe.
Rather than feeling
Èyí
discouraged,
tí ọkàn wọn tó fi rẹ̀wẹ̀sì.
rather than feeling
Òbí
dejected,
jẹ́ pé yóò fi dàbí ẹni pé Ọlọ́run
rather
kò
than
lọ sí.
going through despair,
Èyí ṣe tí wọ́n fi máa la gbogbo
rather than allowing depression,
Èyí ṣe tí wọ́n fi bá gbà
rather than giving ourselves to unholy complaint.
Èyí tí àwa fi ara wa fún àwọn àwáwí tí ì ṣe ti Ọlọ́run.
Let us do what Isaac did.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe nǹkan tí Ísákì ṣe.
Give yourself the more
Ẹ jẹ́ ká fi ara wa jì.
to seek the face of God.
Fún wíwá ojú Ọlọ́run.
You know why?
Ẹ mọ ìdí.
God himself understood that some of the experiences
àwọn wàhálà àti làsìkò yìí tá à ń dojú kọ ó wá láti
And
ọ̀rọ̀
he is
àgbáyé.
always ready
Ó pẹ̀lú sì wá ṣe
to
tán.
stand by us in the midst of them.
Ẹ̀mí wa láàrin rẹ̀.
And not only to stand by us,
Kì í ṣe tó fẹ́ dúró pẹ̀lú
but
wa
to
nìkan.
bring us out of them
Ṣùgbọ́n láti mú wa kúrò nínú
at
rẹ̀.
the appointed
Ní
time.
àsìkò títí wọn.
If we do not approach, if we do not adopt negative approaches,
Tó bá jẹ́ wípé àwa gba ọ̀nà tó jẹ́ pé ó lòdì.
that is why he says clearly in Psalm 91,
Ìdí yẹn tó fi sọ gbangba nínú ìwé Sáàmù
14 and 15.
ẹsẹ̀ kẹrin láti
He
ìjẹ́
will call upon me in trouble.
Wípé ẹ ń pè mí ní àsìkò ìpè.
I will answer him
Yóò sì gbọ́ yín.
because he loves
Nítorí
me,
pé òun fẹ́ mi.
because he delights in
Àti
me.
nítorí pé ó nífẹ̀ẹ́.
I will deliver him from trouble.
Èmi ó gbà nínú ìpọ́njú.
So as long as we remain steadfast
Àgbàtí a bá sì wà nínú
in
rẹ̀.
our love for God,
Nínú ìfẹ́ wa.
in our commitment to
Nínú
him,
ìfarajì wa fún.
that negative experience,
Àwọn ìrírí tó lòdì yẹn.
just like that of Abraham,
Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ó ti rí fún Ábúráhámù.
just like it was for Abraham,
Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ sí Ábúráhámù.
just as it was for Isaac,
Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ sí
will not last. One day, one time, God will come to rescue us. He will deliver us from all our troubles. The promise is not that He will not allow. The promise is not that we will not go through trouble. The promise is this: when we go through, we remain steadfast in love for Him. We give our commitment to Him. We still devote ourselves to Him. I will deliver you in trouble. I will rescue you. You will glorify me. That is the Bible. The same is repeated in Psalm 50 verse 15. Psalm 50 verse 15. Call upon me in the days of trouble. I will answer you. You will glorify me. You see a similar thing in Psalm 37 verse 28. So when the devil failed on these, I mean on afflicting Isaac with barrenness, the next thing he did, let me quickly say this before we round up for the day. When he saw that he failed, and Isaac had children, he now set the two sons against themselves. They rose up against themselves. It was all attempt of Satan. See what happened. See what happened. Well, I believe it was satanic design. As soon as the blessings, which included the birth of the Messiah, came upon Jacob, what happened? The devil raised Esau and determined by every possible means to kill him. Why did he want to kill him? Because of the blessing. Look at it in Genesis 27. Verse 41. Genesis 27. Verse 41. As soon as he got the promise, the next thing was that then he raised up somebody that would kill the man who had the promise. Verse 41. Are we there? Are we there? Can we read together? Let's quickly read. Esau held a grudge against Jacob because of the blessing his father had given him. He said to himself, the days of money of my father are near. Then I will kill my brother Jacob. When the blessings came upon Jacob, the next thing was that devil was looking for a way to kill him. The truth is this, people of God. The destination to waste Jacob's life was not just a thinking of Esau at all. It was organized from Satan to give the genes where the Messiah will be born. But despite the desperation, because Jacob also used the same approach that his father Isaac used, and I was to hand over the struggles and challenges of life over to God, God will do the remaining for us. I am not saying there will not be struggles and challenges. There will never be. But the truth is this: if we hand them over to God, He will do the remaining for us. That was how He did for Jacob. Jacob handed over to God, and the Lord did every other thing for him. If we hand over the stage to the Most High, He will take over and ensure that no matter how the enemy is charged, they will not cross the good plan He intends to carry out in and through us in the future. That's why God Himself says expressly in Zechariah chapter 2, verse 8, He that touches you, He that touches you, touches the apple of my eyes. I say it again, people of God. The great plans of God for our lives will always raise difficulties and confrontations from the hard enemy of God. Do not be discouraged at your own experience at all. There is no need for that. We have rather to brace up with strong determination that will make us to remain strong in God. And refuse to yield to the negative suggestions coming from Satan, so that we may fit effectively for that good design of the Ancient of Days for our lives. When the time for the manifestations are come, the manifestation may not come now, but if we do not take the right approach, we will only be set aside. We will only be brushed over. When the time of the manifestation comes, but if we determine to go on with God, if we remain strong in our determination to follow Him, and we discard all negative suggestions coming from the pit of hell, very, very soon, the great plans of God will manifest in the future. Let me say this finally for the day. When we meet again next Sunday, we'll continue. I appeal to you as I appeal to myself. Remain in God's will. Remain in the center of God's call for your life. Despite the challenges, they will go away one day, and you will witness the fact that some are only masterminded by the devil to remove you from the great plans of God. Refuse to remove yourself. Whatever comes your way, determine you will not remove yourself from the plan and purpose of God. That is just the way to approach it. You have to stop here for today. Time is no longer on my side. Next week, by the grace of God, we will continue from where we stop. Continue still on point number 2. By the grace of God. Let's quickly be on our feet.